home system starts
Do you
fully
even
developed.
do you even know what Nanu Nanu is?
That's from Mork and Mindy, right?
Okay.
See, I'm not that.
What do I need these for?
They are the.
We start with those on the home base.
Yes.
Oh, there's a blue. Okay, it says a blue. Okay, that's okay. The orange one is a culture, and then the yellow one is research, and the other one is production.
What else are we missing that we're supposed to start with?
Each player starts finishes ships in the home system. Advancement next, you get one advancement automatically.
Okay, so these are
So
like
do we
action
actually start with
points?
a little base thingy?
Yes.
Okay.
So
No,
these,
the base thing goes on the planet with the nodes around it. And you can tell how many nodes can be used on a planet based on
Actually, mine actually shows the 3 ship spots on it. Actually has the 3 ship spots on. Oh, so you're saying these guys are actually the 3
Yes.
ship spots?
Yeah,
you see how they're color coded?
and you put
Right, but I was thinking that would
you
go
put one
along
of your
the
bases
it makes
on there as well.
see it kind of goes along with the thing. It makes more sense.
Yeah, but
Okay, so these
Then
are
they're floating out in
are like your
space.
actions. So this is
Wait,
active,
this isn't my whole thing.
exhausted.
no, the
right?
planet's the little.
Okay, so if I spent one action to move, I rolled
guess
this
it does
dice.
fit inside
It's going to be a
the
2, 3, or
little
4.
standy
That's
better.
going to determine what size of space.
How far you moved ahead?
Right. So then this is going to would come out like that, and then I could go move 2, basically. A move by impulse is 2. However, if you don't want to move by impulse because that's super slow, you can move by warp. So what you would do is you would say, okay, you take a warp token, and you go, it takes 1 action to go into warp. Now I'm in warp, I'm like nowhere. And then I would use a second action to come out of warp, which means I would explore there. And so now I'm there. So it's basically it's 2 actions to get there, right?
Okay.
What are the numbers on
The numbers that are here is how many connections it can have. So I can only have 3 connections off of that. I can't have a 4th connection. Now the way that this sort of works is if you're only connected, if the planet is only connected by 1, you can move it around like this however you need to connect it up. Right? It's like it's considered floating, right? So if I'm trying to connect it up to one that's coming off of here or something, I can move as needed. However, once there is a second planet connected onto it, like if it was connected there, now it's fixed. It can't move anymore. So that's how you kind of can control those.
Okay.
So are these like, do you draw a hand, or do you just get to use these as a will, or what are these cards? Do I shuffle them? Are they something I don't want to
You took
shuffle?
the rule books over there.
By the way, I have my secret agenda and my public one available.
Perfect. I don't know what this is. Starting advancement, your ships have first strike in space battles. During your turn. Some of them will have, some of these will have the hazard thing like that. But not the first 8. Okay? And when that happens, we'll figure out what that means. I don't know. It's bad. It can make your ship explode. And,
Okay.
fun stuff like that.
So how do I see? So I assume we start off on the lowest.
Yes. So what that means is when you're attacking, if you're attacking with 2 ships, and you roll a 5 and a 2, a 5 would be a hit, a 2 would be a miss. Now you can pay to move up on your research track, and then it will go up to a 4 would be a hit. So 4, 5, or 6.
Got it. What are the little nuclear?
That's the research
cost
cost
to upgrade.
to upgrade.
Got it.
Which is kind of weird because there's a research cost for a 5 plus.
Yeah. So to upgrade the 5
upgrade
plus
it to
a 4 plus, it's
Paid
4.
for.
From 4 to 3 to
Yeah.
6. 3
Yeah.
to 2 to 1, 10. Which is why the 1 has 0.
Which is why there's no cost for it. Yep. So basically on your turn there's 2 different phases. The first phase is your build phase. in which you're spending resources to develop your civilization, your research advancements, and upgrade your weapons and shields. This may be done in any order. These are all the different things, and these are all the different costs. You can add 1 research token to each advancement project per turn. You may also upgrade weapons and shields. Now the question is, can you upgrade weapons and shields? Does that take up your 1 research token per turn? Build ships, research node, as a system. In the build phase, you may also commit research to your advancement projects. You may add 1 research token per each advancement project per turn. Claiming research from phenomena can speed a project's completion. For details, claiming research. See page 14. Once you commit research token to a project, you cannot move them. In the first game round, players won't have any projects yet. In your command phase, you may use commands to launch new projects. Okay, so once you've done all your building stuff, you move to your command phase, and I think that's one of the launch projects is one of the options. Draw 2 new projects. This answers Ken's question. Draw 2 new projects. Discard projects as needed to staple them in that.
How many projects can you have?
The number of research nodes you control is the maximum number of projects you have in your project area. So research nodes are
We have 1 research node at the start.
Which are
Maybe
which
it says
ones?
on the
Blues.
pick 1 production.
Okay, so if you have
ship destroyed by
blue,
this
2
is-
blue, then you can have 2 research projects. 3 blue, you can have 3
Got it. Okay. Alright, that smells really good.
There's some ready.
How many
on the
ships do you
counter.
have at your planets?
Build ships. Ships cost 1 production each. You may build ships at any starbase you control and your home system, assuming you still control your homeworld. If you're building 3 or more ships in the same system, you may immediately group them into a fleet without spending a command. Note, each player has a limited number of ships and control nodes they can have on the table at a time. Future expansions may add ships and control nodes, make sure all players have the same amounts. Okay. Each player has a limited number of ships. Just based on this,
Yeah.
I guess that's as many as you can have. But I mean, you can build as many of these things as you want, as long as you have the resources to do so. When do we get our resources? Oh. Finishing projects. When you commit enough research tokens, each advancement has a, so these are the advancements. When you finish a project, it's a good idea to let your rivals know that what your new advancement does. Advancements may sometimes be exhausted. Exhausted advancements may not use in any way.
One of our traditions for the streams are doing. No, I'm just kind of talking to the stream. Every now and then I'll I'll ramble off something that has nothing to do with anything, and you'll know why.
No, I was honestly. What did you say?
You're like, my name is Ken, and we're like, yeah, we know that, dude. What?
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, oh, I was talking to that guy on the camera.
No, I just said that traditionally we have food at our all-day gaming.
I thought you said something about traditionally playing Clue.
Clue? Oh, that is not a tradition. No, there should be nobody's tradition.
So once we have the systems out, then it's just a warp token to go from one to the next. It's just one warp.
Oh, because at first you're exploring, which takes an extraction.
Yeah.
See, it says that you start with one corporation. So we usually do 2 then. So
You can exit early in a space lane and come out of warp if you wanted to. Okay, got it. Alright, traveling at warp, entering rounds. Okay, some of these systems, so the first 8 don't have hazards. There's 4 players. But when they, after that, we're going to start to see those on there. And those are hazardous systems. When your ship enters a hazardous system, they must be brave, hazard, and they see if they survive. It could just like be like in Zaya where you just like die. Like, you just flew into a nebula, you dead. So,
Nice.
that kind of stuff.
Happens a lot to Starfleet.
Shields protect against hazards, so that's a good reason to raise your shield level.
It'll say something like you need a minimum shield of X to not be dead.
Yeah. So that's why they have these numbers on there. So that's a level 5 hazards. It hits ships on a 5 or 6, but you get to subtract your shield modifier from that. So if this was a 5 in there, then you would roll the die.
So at first it's a 0, so you have no shields. You're just
Yeah.
flying into things, hoping for the best. Not even a.
Yeah, but if you run into a hazard that is level 5 that only hits on a 5 or a 6,
5 or 6,
you should be okay.
you still could roll a 1 through 4 and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
But if you want to hedge your bets a little bit, raise your
You have
shields up.
fairly good drivers that can avoid that little tiny meteor rock that you just about flew into.
Right.
But, or sometimes it just bounces off the hull.
Making connections.
Lasers. Those won't even penetrate our navigation flares.
But the giant cube that you land in front of probably won't miss.
That's
And
a
it could
level 1 hazard.
It could probably penetrate your hull.
Okay, space battles. It's basically just rolling dice. You roll 1 die for every ship that you have. And it's just like you hit, then you hit.
And I suppose your production is always you building new ships.
Oh.
Because you got a million ships.
So you cannot retreat because you're Klingon.
I know.
But everybody else, after taking casualties, each player assesses the state of their ships. Starting with the attacker, players decide whether or not to retreat. Retreats are made at impulse speed. Retreats must be made through existing space lanes.
No.
You may not place new space lanes when you retreat them. When you retreat, all your ships must move and end their retreat in the same
those are your
sector.
corporation cards. Okay.
Ships unable to move because
One
of
of
rival
those
ships
play,
are
and that kinda
blocking
determines
the
all your
space
starting
lanes
stuff.
may not retreat.
And then
If none of the players involved choose to retreat, so you can do you can do like a 3-way battle or something, like if we're all in one spot together. Also these trade agreement cards.
Yes.
So it's kind of like your corporations or your
Wait, that
So
excites
this
Ken.
year,
Sorry.
Sorry. What happens.
No, I was
Start the game with a 3-piece
I was thinking
deck,
more along the lines of,
which is
what is
down
this
to-
retreat you speak of?
See,
What
this
coward
is-
will be retreating?
So, right, if I chose that, and then I would start with 42 and
Oh,
which
okay.
is the
So
money.
okay, so in the
Go up
round,
here.
it's one round is
then
initiative,
you
which
can
is
affect
there
the
should be
game.
initiative cards somewhere.
I believe you.
That's like
they get
for
shuffled
space
in there?
tags and stuff. Basically, for each one you have here, it'll be worth 3. For
What
each
are the initiative cards?
copper one you have here, it'll be worth 3. When
Alright,
when
I'm looking
using
something up.
those symbols.
I don't even know how. I think this thing picks up sound
That
pretty
one
good. but-
is just, it's the other one,
Nope.
it's by 2.
I have no idea where the
Same sort of
initiative
thing.
cards are.
Do you, for each one you have here, it's worth 2 for those types of cards. And you've got 4 of those to pick from, which may or may not help you. Okay, so these cards here are, like this one has the space symbol. So the cost here is 12. Each copper, so copper is 1, silver is 5, and gold is 10. So for each copper, basically, each one you have there is worth 3 for that one. Towards this type.
This conference chair.
No. It just counts as 3, it would count as 3 money towards this.
Okay.
Right, reduces the price. And you turn in one of those for every 3. Okay, so if you had 4 of them on there, you could pay with just that for this card. Okay? But like this card, it doesn't have that tab. Right. And so then this tag, so those are based on the tags. This is for the brown one.
Oh, you get resources from the trade agreements.
Yes, so for every
Interesting.
3 you wanna spend towards this card, you give things off of there, or you can pay your regular credits, which are here. Yes, but depending if you have these sections here, you'll have. So, yeah, that's kind of, it's the first time we're playing 5 here. Brian and Joel.
Wow. Okay. So there is some advantage to not fighting, just like in the show. You know, you don't want to always just go fight everybody you run into, right?
Oh, Klingons, shoot
So
first.
you can do a trade agreement, which is like, hey, I'll give you this card, you give me that card. That allows us to be in the same sector without fighting. We can go through each other
There's red here.
if they
We
agree.
need to put another table.
But you also get the production that's on these cards when at the end of each round. So you get extra production resources. So it's actually helpful
Do you wanna be red
if you're friends with other people because then you
Okay.
get production.
I brought chicken.
We can
Okay.
make more stuff.
During that phase, you also will add warp tokens to ships at warp. So while you can spend command tokens during your turn to add warp tokens to ships, if you are patient, you'll get them for free.
Okay.
So you can put your ship
1 o'clock.
into warp, just be like, yo, I'm going
Okay,
into
well,
warp,
we're gonna have to figure out
but then
something
don't
that-
warp anywhere. Just
Okay.
don't use another command to go anywhere. And then at the
Alright,
end of the
fine.
round,
Okay, we're
you'll
not all
gain
playing
another
this.
warp token. And you can
Dana,
kind of
you're
stack them up so that way if you want to fly somewhere really far, you
So
can do it
there's
all
not
in
enough-
one big jump.
This game only plays
Otherwise, I
5,
could do
and we have
this,
5 players.
spend another command to add
So
another
we're
warp
gonna
token,
have
spend
to
another
not
command to add
play-
another warp token. But
I
that
mean,
allows
no,
you to
we're
warp
gonna-
to a
some
further
of us will
spot.
play this game, but we're not all playing.
I'm going to repeat that for Clark because he missed
We
it.
can't all play.
Because that's
We'll have
important.
to
So
So Dana's on
you
her
spend
way,
a
so
command
we're gonna
token
have
to go into warp, right?
We're gonna have to play. We're gonna.
So now I'm in warp.
Okay.
I can spend another command
Yes,
token
I'm
to
in-
add another warp if I want to. That means I can
we're
warp
gonna play- we're
1,
gonna
2
play,
sectors,
like, 3
right?
and 3.
Got it. Okay.
But I can choose to, like, let's say I spend two command tokens, I'm in warp, and that's it. I don't have any more command tokens, so I don't want to go anywhere. I just stay in warp. At the end of the round when we do the
No,
recharge,
this is the one.
any ships that are in warp automatically gain another
So only
warp.
3 of us will play.
So it's like a
this,
free
and 3 people will play
warp,
this
so that way you can warp
because,
even further without having to
Dana's
use a
on
command
her
action.
way. So 3 people will have to play over there.
The trade, if I have first contact with you, I encounter you or whatever, I decide, do you want to do a trade agreement or whatever, I will give you one of my trade agreement cards, and there are 3 of them. One's a 1 resource.
Research, production, and culture.
Oh, yours are different. See, mine are production, 2 production, 3 production.
I'm playing
And
here
so
because,
you would pick one to give to me, I'd pick one to give to you, and now we can
Teresa, you were looking forward to
we can move freely through each other's
So
territories.
why
You can break out the trade
So
agreement
why
at any
don't
time,
some of
but
you go
at the
look
end,
at
when
me?
we're doing the last phase, you will also now get
Dana
to
doesn't like
produce
this.
based on what trade agreement cards you
So
have.
Dana's not
So
playing.
it kind of gives some incentive to
Brian,
not fight
for
each
you,
other,
is playing this game.
unless you're evil.
I do want to play. I remember these.
Or Romulus.
Hey, I can trade with people.
I mean, I don't care. I can play with
What?
We'll get your sandwich.
I need to.
Yeah, but
No,
also
Try
not
the
the
whole
what-
like isolation.
Well,
There's
it's gonna get cold sitting next to her anyway.
I'm already getting cold
Alright, let's start.
I think that's pretty much. I mean, you can invade planets and you can take.
Yeah,
over,
Buck,
but
chicken.
we'll get to that when we get to that.
The drumsticks over there.
How's it going, man?
Good.
So did I miss the story what happened last night?
No, not yet.
Oh.
Some drama with the chick I'm dating in the Philippines.
Oh, yeah.
It was going pretty hard, and I couldn't leave.
So how'd you meet her?
Actually, I've known her for quite a while. Her mom, actually, for about 15 years. Met her online,
Yeah.
and then we've just been friends. So,
Okay,
so I
do you
help
want
them
a
out
picture
with
from
food.
Mars?
Because
Yeah.
it's hard over there.
Yeah.
You know, $50 here or there. That gives them like a month's worth of food. you know?
Wow.
In Philippines, yeah.
Yeah, so
Dude,
I've
we're
always
looking
just always did
good,
that.
man.
Yeah, thanks.
Wow, I can't believe it.
That's awesome.
Keep going.
So yeah,
man.
I mean, I've known him for years, but it's like
Okay,
on and
so-
off. You know, we talk for a while and stuff, and then go back, and then we back talking again
No,
for a while.
I'm
It's
just trying to
been
get
on and off
people
kind
to
of relationship with
figure
her
out
mom
who's
for
playing
15
here
years,
and who's
and then-
playing there, that's all.
You know, she was a troubled teen when she was growing up with her mom. Her and mom had fought, and you know, so I'm breaking out. I'm going with my friend, party, and all that kind of stuff. And mom hates that. And now she's more mature, you know, and trying to get back,
So,
you
Ken,
know,
you're
the right
first.
thing and try to
I
solve
see
the
that.
problem with their mom. And
What am I doing?
Very well.
You're first.
I'm just like,
Okay, so then,
Okay, look at your building phase.
okay, yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay, you do your building phase first.
Okay, we're not any farther than that.
oh, that's whole thing.
Brian,
is
I'm
built.
looking
Okay.
you.
All right, build at Kronos and at your starbase.
This turn order thing, just so you know,
Joel,
we only
you're
do it
sitting
this
with
way
Brian
until we
and
make
Dana.
first contact. Once we've actually contacted each other, then we bid for turn order.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I haven't made contact with you yet.
See, you're
said
playing
that.
a game with
He
Joel,
said that. He said
Brian.
that.
So, do we start with one of our star bases at our home planet?
What does this game support? 4 people? Is that it?
3,
Okay.
but now 4 because of the Vulcan expansion.
You can also buy like
Okay, so that
Ferengi,
increases your.
Cardassian.
And can you play everybody if you have everybody?
If you're that crazy, I suppose you could. But it's like they say it's an hour per player, so
I'm sorry.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. So let's.
So it'd be like equivalent.
yeah. At that point, you need a giant table and
They're
lots of
gonna be in
time.
here. You're just
Oh.
looking for that symbol. and
You guys
there's-
all have your own agenda. My visual agenda is to win the game. I have to get 8 ascendancies.
Reset between the
He
two
starts
of you.
off with 3 already.
Yeah. So
Because we
he's a
just did
totally
2 decks
separate.
'cause there's so many.
So he just has to get 8 ascendancy or whatever
Or
his
whatever the secret one is.
For
So
us,
there's
It's getting hard to
two
get my cashews out of this thing.
we're
So-
Why are you using
I
a
didn't know
spoon?
that.
I told you. I told you.
I know. I told him. He said you're not allowed to eat out of the mixed nuts when I bring
I just
them.
want to point out, you can buy those that are only cashews, right?
Then it's not fun.
It's biting.
All right, so he's starting his turn.
All right. So building phase. I don't have any production to start, right?
What are
Hang
your
on,
cards?
hang on.
I've got
Are
1
you-
production,
are you
1
sure
gold.
you
Oh,
don't
these
get-
things.
Are
No,
you
that's
sure we
trade
don't
agreements.
Get some,
Mine are all
No, no,
trade
you got
agreements.
1 production, 1.
I think we get one of each.
We get something
It
to
does
start with.
that. Right.
Oh, okay. So are these mine are all production 1, 2, and 3.
Each player starts
Yeah,
with
they're
3
trade
production,
agreements.
3
Trade
research,
agreements.
3 culture tokens. So you get 3 of each.
Oh,
Oh, so we do have some stuff. Okay. And what are these? You never said what these cards do.
I did.
those are advancements.
So you just pick them out. You don't. There's no order to them. You just kind of like
Right.
buy them or whatever.
Yes, you. It's.
All right. So we
No,
got
I
You
know.
can't, you can't do 2
I'm
things at
just
once.
trying to.
3 research.
This one,
Hold on.
he's asking a question, and I don't think we've ever played it that way. So, each time any Jovian tag is put into play, including this, increase your ME production by 1 set.
Yeah.
So, is that anywhere on the board?
Anywhere on
So
the board,
Ken,
any
to your
player.
question.
Okay, I don't remember that.
When you're in
so-
the
These are
command
yes.
phase,
Well, that's the
you
second
can-
part, right?
you can- so that's one of your commands.
Draw 2 new project disc. Oh, that's what these are. And it says draw. So these are shuffled.
Yeah, so you shuffle them up, and you're going
Okay.
to draw 2, you pick 1. Your maximum is based on how many. What did we say it was based on how many? Ascendancy or star bases? Hold on.
This is
Maximum projects you can have at once.
You can have, yeah.
Equal to your ascendancy.
Oh, it's ascendancy,
I
okay.
read it already.
So-
I just don't remember.
So I have.
This one is completed. Your active research is equal to your ascendancy, so you can only have. Currently, we can only have 1 research in play, or 1 research card being.
oh, it's just it's the
So-
it's the text at the bottom.
And that's during the command phase. So I wouldn't do that yet. I start with building phase, and then I go through all these and then flip it over, or do we do command
You
phase
can
later?
build as many as you have resources for.
And
And then when you're done building, you don't have to build anything if you
So-
don't want to. But
then you flip over and do
Production
the
nodes.
command
Is
phase.
this build a production node? Is that what that I'm saying here?
Build on
production or open sites. So if you already control a planet
Research
and you don't have
Okay,
production
then you would
nodes,
build a
on
production
research.
right.
node.
What is build on research or open sites?
Okay, so say your planet, you've built a colony,
Right.
so you can build a production, cultural,
Right.
and science.
Well, it says I
If
said
if it has the ability to
if
build
it has
them.
the ability to do
you know
it,
this
yes.
thing is designed for those circles to fit inside apart.
He's Vulcan. They're weird.
But anyway.
Started yet. Ken's the first turn. So.
All right, so I can do, but it says
Ken.
open sites would be like putting one right there.
Yes.
Yes.
But it says build on research or open sites.
So it's if the
Are there
planet-
specific sites that are research?
Yes.
Yes.
So
Oh, okay.
the red one is built on production or open sites. The blue one's built on research or open sites.
So you could have a duplicate if
So-
it says so.
I believe when it says open sites, there's probably some of them where it can be any.
So yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
okay.
So a research
So some of
site-
them are designated and some
Right.
of them are
If it's
open.
a blue, then it's a research site. If it's
Yellow.
red,
the home
then
planet, because you have one of each, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
But if you
okay.
look at one of the exploration
That's
tokens,
a tag. That's a tag symbol.
one of these?
yeah.
These cards are free
So
because
this
they're
has blue, red, and gray.
Oh, gravy open. Ah, got it. Okay. So then the other thing is, let's see, build on. Okay, so they're all three, one of each type, and then so I won't do any of that. Colonize, I won't do that. So the first thing I do is build a ship. I'm a Klingon. I gotta have a ship. Can you do it as many times as you want, or just once?
Now you start with the 3 ships already, correct?
You start with three.
Right, but I can start.
You can build a fleet, or you can add more ships or whatever.
I mean, these guys can be assigned to anything, I assume. But if I wanted to, I could build like another ship and start assigning them to my fleet. These guys don't actually have anything.
Yeah, you can build 3 ships if you want.
Right. So there's no limit. Okay. I'm gonna
Just
build.
whatever you have resources.
I don't know what I. Let's build 2 for now.
This one here. you
No, I
can
better build
read
1.
it.
I don't because it costs.
This way.
Where do I put this stuff? Just anywhere?
Just put it in the discard box.
Somewhere that's out of my way.
Start with 2 for
All right. So I'm building me a couple of ships.
Every time we reset,
Um,
2 put it.
And then the ship that goes off on a journey is the one I.
The most you can go is 0 on this. Yes, yes. It does not go down unless you have a card.
Basically,
or
you
somebody
spend
that
a
makes
production
it.
token and
It's
then
a-
build a ship.
Yes.
So if you find a planet, do you have to invade it? Is that what it is?
Right. Well,
It's
no.
like if you're doing the journey, if you want to put stuff on the planet.
I can't invade planets myself.
There's
Can you colonize?
There's invade system,
From here.
hegemony,
From
it's part of
what
the,
you gained in there.
Colonization.
the command
You'll get
phase.
it. I mean, I know the first time you play it, it is
Culturally take over all.
Attack. So invade system is to attack a developed system you occupy. So if somebody else is already developed on that planet, you can attack that planet.
Right.
Oh, okay. So when you're exploring, the planets don't have to be invaded.
Right.
Oh.
Hegemony is attempt to culturally take over of a developed system that you occupy.
Start with
So you can either invade the system by attacking it, or you can pay culture to try and culturally take it over.
All right. So I'm gonna
Which is
move.
probably more like what he's gonna do.
So
including this.
that's we're on the command side. So I'm gonna move. What do I do first? I need a
Roll this.
This section, you also get one of those resources.
2.
This is a better starting salary. And it looks like these cards aren't necessarily going to work.
Now, do you want to warp or do you want to impulse? Impulse, you're just gonna move to
Oh, impulse moves 2 automatically.
on the thing, or
Well, I'll
if you
impulse because
warp,
there's no reason. I mean, I have another. What's warp gonna do? It's not.
warp will put you into warp. You get a warp token, and then you can go out of warp to go to the next planet.
But isn't there something here?
It's going to be the same for you because it's going to be impulse anyway.
Right, that's what I'm saying. There's no point in using the warp token if I'm going to land with a thing right here.
Right.
So once I get here, something goes here.
Then you get this,
Top one.
All right, give me the top one.
but you gotta use another.
This one,
Another.
it gives you an early settlement.
There you go. And you get this. I have no idea how that works, but you get that too.
We do the great
Argo,
get a
tiny,
card.
tiny little single dots planet.
this Nautilus City or whatever.
Organian intervention.
So that's an
You
early
discover a
city,
world
that's
under the
insane.
protection of the hyper-advanced godlike Organians. They forbid colonization by primitive species. That's you guys.
No, that's you.
Remains in play. This system may only be colonized by Ascendency 3 or higher civilizations.
Oh, hey.
Oh, look at
Whatever.
I don't know
Wow.
that is better.
Okay, so I guess just put that next to the planet, I guess.
I guess.
That's funny.
So we know.
I would go
So
this
3 or
one,
better for
I
that
would
one.
go that
So maybe I want
one,
to head that direction.
And
You don't even know it's over here.
this
Stay
one,
out of here.
we're gonna give you the
Hey,
early
I've got long range sensors.
I'm pointing my stuff this way.
Now that can be swing around or whatever until it connects to another planet, then it's
which
fixed.
are raising
Right,
the
so
temperature.
I'm going to move it way over here.
Yeah, pick where you're gonna start and then.
Well, we got to make sure, though.
They should probably kind of be
Those,
equidistant.
those
I guess,
Romulan
so that-
scum will probably try
So
and
if
come
I
and
were
take my
choosing
stuff,
One
so
of those, I would choose that one, but you only
let's
get
make it a
two,
long trip.
so, I mean, it's up to you.
Okay.
This
All right,
So
so
that used to. So now
the
you move
planets
your-
have moved in
so
the
move your
universe,
sh-
and now we're farther away.
So now move your ship onto that.
Okay.
Now, okay, question. So, is that a fleet of 3 ships that you're moving?
Yeah, it will be.
If that's the case, then move your
Oh,
your
that's
fleet
this fleet
instead
guy.
of yeah.
Yeah, don't mute it.
On two, 'cause you have
I do.
one.
I was testing to see if it was using that one or this one.
Oh, yeah, I don't know that I don't even know how that one would connect. So I have my camera on there, but I don't know if it's using the volume or what. I think I think it might be muted or not on.
Not
You gotta
negative.
roll the dice to see what size you do. Now wait, are you exploring from there or are you exploring with your little ship?
And so everything's
Oh, I can explore from both of them?
Yeah, it depends. Because if you explore from the little ship, then you're coming off of Kronos. If you're exploring
No,
with
I'm
your fleet,
coming off of Argo.
Star.
4. I think I'm gonna have to warp that one.
This one looks really good.
Or whatever.
I'm gonna go that way.
Or-
Warp.
I know, but I hope-
So that means flip one of these over for a warp token.
I can't change it to end.
Okay.
And that just puts this on
So then
here.
you go off of the planet into.
So the base of your salary.
Now, if you want to go to this planet.
So
then
does
it's
it warp
another-
me the full distance?
Whatever it says on your card.
If you're going to
okay?
the planet, yeah.
But after that, when we
So how
do
many-
Where else would I go?
generations,
You can stay in warp. You can
got
stay
one
in
last
warp.
turn.
You can stay in a warp phase until the next turn.
on here, which
If you
is
want.
20.
But there's kind of pointless to do that because you just get more warp.
Well, what
tokens.
else is my command options? Hegemony, attempt to culture. I couldn't do that. Invade a system, can't do that because apparently I'm not allowed with the godlike people.
Initiate space
Launch
battle.
projects. Draw 2 project cards. So that's an action to do the draw project cards, right?
You can't really do that anyway because you only have one ascendancy. So.
Oh, is there? You can only draw project cards when you have.
To your number of ascendancy. Yeah.
But I could draw one
No,
card
no, 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 no.
Oh, you could do
Those
one,
are
yeah.
because I don't have any cards to start, right?
Well, you do have a starting advancement, but you get that one
Let me
automatically.
look up this
Oh, I
one.
do. Which one is that? 'Cause I don't have that one.
There's one in there that'll say starting advancement. So mine
No,
is
you're not.
your ships have
Oh, here we
first
go.
strike in space battles during your turn, which I didn't look up, but I assume it's first strike like Magic the Gathering
Oh.
first strike.
Yeah, mine says I always hit on a 6, regardless of your shield.
some Metallica in the background.
Okay. Cheater.
One's on
And so
there,
I could.
one's on
It
there.
says draw 2, but I
That's gonna
could
be your
draw
points.
1, right?
Why
oh,
would you?
oh no, because that's my ascendancy, and that matches
Those
my
are your
ascendancy.
You draw 2 and then you pick one, right?
She said she'd be here like 10 after.
Oh, is that what it is? Draw 2 projects, discard projects as needed to stay below max. No, you could draw.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So you
just
draw
take
2 and discard to your max, which.
But if this one counts as my ascendancy.
No, that's a completed one.
Oh, that's completed. Oh,
That does not count towards you. It's
Uh,
just the ones you can have in hand, I
I'll
guess.
just put these here for now.
That's the research is over.
All right, so that one's already done. So I could draw 2, but I'd have to get rid of 1 because I only have 1 ascendancy. Got it. All right, commission starbase fleet. Place a starbase or group ships onto a fleet card. Oh, so I couldn't put them on the fleet card right away.
Well, you could
That's
have.
part of my command phase, though.
You can do these in any order.
Oh, you can do these in any order. Okay, so I would have done it before I left. Okay.
Hey Ken, thanks for my gift.
So you would have.
Huh?
You have me.
No, I don't.
Well, then somebody else lied to me, so.
Well, somebody
'Cause
lied to you.
these two don't have
That's
you.
not a first.
I don't
Have
have you.
me, I mean.
I don't have you.
Mhm.
I.
I'm trying to find where it says projects.
I couldn't find any knives, so I couldn't make them fit on the plate. I wrapped them.
Okay, so all right, so these guys got put onto there. I did that. So I did these in any order. So I'm doing that. So do I want to do a launch project? Launch projects, does that take an action? Does putting stuff on a do all these take a?
Yes.
I don't actually have anything else because putting them commissioning a Starfleet is an action on here, which would have been an action.
So you're done.
So I'm done.
So you used 5 actions? So let's see.
Right, because putting these guys on a fleet, making them into a fleet is an action.
Oh,
So that cost me
warp,
one.
warp.
He
Got it.
moved.
So I did a
Moved
basic
again.
movement, and then I
Discovered
warped
planet.
again. So that took 2 actions. That's 2. That's 3. This is 4.
Well, no.
I have 5.
Oh, so you still get the planet though. You never, right? Because you created a fleet.
Created fleet.
You went into warp.
Went in.
Then
He
you
went.
moved.
He moved.
Well,
one.
no, this was not a warp. This was just a
Impulse move.
impulse move. So that's 1, a regular impulse.
Okay.
That's
then,
2.
So and then you.
and then this
discovered the
is
planet for
3. 3.
Yes.
Well,
And
you moved 2.
oh, and then this is a 1 also. That's a
Yeah. So
oh,
you moved 2 on
4,
impulse.
and then my creating a thing is 5.
3 was to discover the planet. 4 was to go into warp again. You still have 1 more action.
No, I had creating a group is 1.
Right. Creating a group is 1.
1.
Move.
Then
then
this one is 2.
Went 2 on impulse.
And then it explores
Discover the
3.
planet.
And then this
into
thing
warp.
is 4.
Okay, so you're in warp right now. You're not on. You're not actually on the space lane. You're in warp,
So you need to like
right?
switch out
So
cars.
now, if you want to use your last action to discover this planet, you can, because you still have 1 action left.
I feel like I don't have 1 action.
You do.
Well,
Okay.
We just counted them out.
Fleet, impulse, discover planet, go into warp. So now you're in warp.
Okay.
This planet is unexplored. You can stay in warp, or you can discover the planet. or
David
you
knows
can-
that.
Okay, fine, I'll
and
do that.
Brian knows it.
So you come out and discover the planet.
So I've discovered this
I think
planet
Brian
sitting
has
out here.
expansion, doesn't he?
Now, do you have to? Can you like, if I had one of these ships go here, could I like explore off in this direction from
Yeah.
that planet?
So this is considered if it's not
It's like
connected.
space is all this. I could go off in all directions.
It can fling any. It's rotating however you need it to until it connects to a second planet.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. But
And
could I
then it's fixed.
But could I come here and then start a new thing off in that direction?
Yes. Now there on the bottom here, there's a number, right here. That's how many space lanes can come
Oh,
up.
okay. Okay, I got it. So this thing, I'm not actually there though. I'm still flying. I just happen to be flying towards that planet unless I stop.
Well, no, you.
Well, now you
stopped
discovered
it.
it.
Oh,
so
I
now
discovered
you're
it. So I am
there. So you're out
actually
of warp.
here. Oh, do I flip a card for that?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So
Did you heat it up?
On this world, you encounter an automated defense system that destroyed the civilization that created it.
We get
Holy moly. Level 4 hazard.
part figured out.
If any ship survived the hazard, take 2
Oh,
research tokens.
hold on.
You told me to shuffle them.
Yes, but we're supposed to do the same thing that we did with this. You're not supposed to have any hazards in the first
So,
8 cards. So
This is wrong. then.
Is that a hazard?
No,
Yes.
it's the wrong card
Okay,
because
so now what we do
Okay.
But if that's not a hazard, it could sit
it's
there.
a crisis, but it's not a hazard.
Well,
Yeah,
wait a minute.
if it could show up, then
There
it
might
should
be-
stay
Oh,
there.
any of them that have this little number at the top should not
Okay,
be on
so
the
that's
top.
fine.
Okay, so that one's still good, but that one's something different.
Can you do those
So 1,
cards?
2,
Oh, I was ready to take them on, man. I'm the Klingons. We're like, puny little defense systems we shall destroy!
So none of these have it in there. So
So
Are you guys playing something? What are you playing over there?
3 coins for each one.
Oh, is Dana on her way?
Alright. She should be alright.
I gave you a new card.
now.
Dana's running late. She was considering.
it's supposed to be Care Bear for the first 8 cards in the first 8 things.
Warp capable, level 1. 5+ weapons hit roll. +1 shield modifier, hegemony, hegemony
Are you
resistance.
speaking English?
Develop 1 resource node in priority order.
Gemini or whatever. It's a weird word.
So basically, it's telling me I actually have this planet. Is that what that's telling me? It says develop 1 resource node in priority order. Place 1 warp token on system, marking it as a warp capable independent civilization. Oh, okay. So develop 1 resource node.
No. In this, you can pick as many as you want. The
Yes,
beginning
yeah.
is-
It just says just 1 resource node in priority order.
That's for later.
Place
phases.
1 warp token on system, marking it as a warp capable civilization. And then
Okay, there is a new.
That's it. That mark can get as a warp capable independence. That's it. And then it says 5 plus weapon hit reroll, 1 shield modifier, and 1 hegemony resistance.
Oh, so it's not yours. It's like there's a system there. Meaning now you can attack it or do hegemony to try and take it over, right?
And then you get whatever that is. But what now? What is it? Warp? Why would it was? What is warp capable in? Because I'm warp capable, so who cares?
I
I'm warp
can't
capable.
invade or colonize pre-warp civilizations. So I could take this one, but if it didn't have it, I could not.
So you couldn't take this one.
Correct.
Ah.
Oh, okay, here we go. So there's pre-warp civilizations and there's warp-capable civilizations.
Well,
Right.
that one's
This, we
not-
assume this is pre-warp, and that
So
one's regular warp.
pre-warp civilizations have not yet achieved faster than light space travel. These worlds have not developed any technology or infrastructure that is usable by more advanced cultures. Pre-warp civilization cards will direct you to place a number of resource tokens on the system representing the system's raw materials and a population ripe for exploitation. The first player to colonize the system takes the resource tokens from the system. Warp-capable civilizations. Each warp-capable civilization card directs you to place the number of warp tokens on the system equal to the level of the civilization, marking it as warp-capable. Each warp-capable civilization card will also direct you to develop a number of nodes on the system. When developing the resource nodes of a warp-capable civilization, develop any production capacity first, then research capacity, and finally any culture capacity, up to the number of nodes the card instructs you to develop.
So in priority order, it gets 1 red node, based on what it says.
It says develop 1 resource node in priority order.
So
I don't know what in
production, research, culture.
So do I develop it, or does it just happen to have
It
it?
has it.
Okay, so here's the example. Right here. I'll let you read the example. It's that last.
So I'm going to start my turn now, since he's now done.
No, wait. Actually, there's another. Oh, I know. But there's another thing that we do. Oh, maybe we all do this.
I just don't know why it matters that the
Execution
order you
thing.
put it on there. If it says put it on there, you just put it on there. It's like
I don't know. That's why I was going to look at these.
Wow, you did a lot of that, huh?
So do we all do the execution phase and then we do the at the end? I think that's how that works.
the production capacity is developed first, 1 production node.
Sorry, the execution of 1 research. So on the back there, see there's the initiative, then there's the execution, then there's the refresh or whatever. I think we all go through the execution and then we all.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking you don't actually put this on yet. And areas you have to do it in the order that it states. I don't, that's what I'm thinking that's what that means. That's why it doesn't make sense that they're just saying, just put them there. You don't just put them there. I think when you produce them, you have to produce them in that order. That's what when you do your production here, production nodes. Well, that one's telling you have to do it.
But it's not yours though. It's
Yeah,
a neutral.
Yeah, but then
It's-
why would the order matter if it's not produced, if it's already produced?
because this planet only can take a red, a blue, and an open. The card is what told you to put that on there.
Yes.
Right,
So
but
there
then
has
what
to be
does
a
the
priority
order
order.
matter? Because if it told you to put
Because
this
if
here,
it had-
then
Let's say it
doesn't-
was just open, open, open.
right.
Then you wouldn't.
And then it says put a production node on there. Why does it have to say the order?
Because the order is, if it tells you to put 1 production node on there, it would have to be a red node.
What if
Because
that
the
Well,
order
planet
is-
they're all different. A red node is always a production node is always red. So if it says
Right,
put a
but the
production
planet
node,
might not
produce.
have red or open on it. It might be yellow and blue only.
right? And then if it would tell you put the red one on there or put the blue one on there.
But you can't if it doesn't have that on that.
So that card is basically, if for some reason that planet didn't have red, that card is basically saying, hey, guess what? We're going to allow you to put a red on.
So it's saying the resource node. So there are 3 resources. There's
Right.
production,
Yes.
research,
And it tells you which
culture.
one to put on there.
It says resource node. It does not say production node. So in priority order, you get 1 production node already developed on that planet.
That's what I was trying
But then it wouldn't matter the order. It just says put a production node on there.
that.
The order doesn't matter.
Hey,
That's what we're
guys,
saying. It could have.
I'm gonna put the panini meat and cheese in the fridge. So when you want to make a panini,
Okay.
So, because this one has the production capability, it gets a production note. But if it didn't have that, it would be whatever
look
one
at the
is in
priority.
priority.
Well, yeah,
order.
that would matter. I'm just saying the one they put on there should says starts with.
Well, it's because
fine
it's
in this
random.
case.
That's why it's phrased that way.
That's why I'm saying it's confusing. Okay, got it.
Okay.
Not clear.
All right.
Okay, so I've built a ship. Going to my command phase now. I'm going to make a fleet.
Dana, just tell Clark what you owe you.
Barbara's in charge of tables
Why
today.
do we need a table?
And I'm going to move.
According to I just have Joe
Can I get the die?
with his hat on. I thought it was Mike
Ken.
for a minute. I'm like, what
What?
are you doing here?
Die.
No, I don't want to die.
Well, I wasn't telling you to die.
Okay.
So, if I were to move it impulse, I just go the full length.
I think you only go 2. I have to look. I'm pretty sure it's just. That's why you usually don't want to go to impulse. When you retreat from a battle, you have to go to impulse.
Okay.
So that's one reason that you would go to impulse.
Except for me.
And if I were to go
Or
to
you can
warp,
work away for retreat.
if I were
This
to use 2 to
specifically-
go to warp and then come out, I would then be able to use my last one to explore, right?
Yes.
What?
So I use 2 to go to warp and come out here.
They're in the fridge.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, 2 is like you go into warp and then go out of. No.
Alien amusement park.
No, wait.
That,
how,
that, that,
how did you use
that.
5 actions already?
Okay,
You can
so
do other people
fleet,
now.
move, going to warp,
No, it's good.
coming out of warp.
Yep. So you should just 2 actions left,
Oh,
right?
Okay, so
then-
we keep 2
Yeah, because when you went into warp, that created the space lane.
right.
So you still have 2 more. Fleet, going into warp, and then landing on the planet.
Huh, okay. You may choose 2 production or refresh 2 commands.
You get 5 credits. And
Alright, take 2 production or refresh 2 commands.
It says remove 5 credits. This one says gain 5 credits.
Okay.
Cool.
So you do the rest of what?
And
Yeah.
Yes.
starbase
So did
or
she explain
group
that?
ships into a
So these are the
prepared.
requirements. Some of them will have requirements. They'll be on the left. And then the
I'm going to do a
cost is on the
hegemony.
left. All
Attempt
the
to
tags
culturally
are
take
on the
over
right.
control of a developed
And the
system or
flavor
colony.
text and
Yeah,
the
you'll have to look at the
all-
rule book on that one. I'm not sure exactly what that entails.
So
What is it?
these
I'm-
Oh,
red
it's a
ones
developed one.
are
I don't think
immediate
this is
play
developed.
and
Oh,
flip
there's-
down.
oh.
Yes.
So it's an
Those will flip down,
undeveloped
so those tags will help you on
alien
that.
amusement park.
Correct.
Sure.
There may not be tags on it, but
Yeah.
I've actually watched that episode.
Oh, yeah?
Which one is it?
It's
oh, I didn't see that. Yeah.
Were
no,
they-
you can't use it as a
So which series?
Unless it's
TOS.
immediate
Okay.
first
Original
tag,
series.
like,
Well,
only
look at the
Let's see
picture.
Let me see the
it says
picture.
that
Yeah,
specifically
just look at the picture. You can know the episode.
Oh heck yeah.
You can't keep it.
Yeah, whatever they
I know.
dream it comes
We're
true.
putting
Yeah.
Yeah,
new
and,
expansions, and I don't have
Kirk's
so.
thing was some dude he knew
Yeah.
just wants to fight him.
Wasn't Sulu's like that's the fencing one? Or?
No, that was
Sure,
the amok time or whatever it was, where they had the weird drunk fighters.
Yeah.
But for Sulu, it was these fighter planes coming in and doing strafing runs on him.
That you play. Yes.
And
So,
for
if that comes into
McCoy-
play, you play it real quick. Right?
For McCoy, he just wanted
So
triples on
that's
top of.
what-
yes, he had the ladies.
But it gets turned over. And for the ones
Yeah,
that
triples
you
and ladies.
need for other things, you can't use it
Have
for
those, have those triples?
No,
So
those
it
are
can
just
be
furry
used,
bikinis.
It just can't be used. Keep it in your hand.
So, since it's not that,